Joanna, how could you do this to me? You haven't sent me a single penny this month.
Huh? What are you talking about, Mom?
Don't play dumb with me. You know very well that you need to send me $3,000 every month on time. Or do you really want to abandon your poor mother to a fate of misery and hunger?
Oh, Mom, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot to tell you. I can't send you any more money for a while.
What? How dare you say that? What do you mean you can't send me any more money? Have you forgotten what I said about me barely surviving on your support?
Well, actually, I quit my job.
You did what?
I quit my job, Mom. I had to hand over my work to the person taking over, and I got so overwhelmed. I should have informed you earlier. I apologize, Mom. But that's why I can't send you any money for a while.
Are you out of your mind?
Don't worry, Mom. I was sending you quite a lot, so you should be okay for the next few months, right?
Hold on a second. Joanna, what on earth are you thinking? Quitting your job? It was a fantastic job with a prestigious company.
I know, Mom. But there was so much going on, and I started to question what I really wanted.
What you really wanted? You mean you just wanted to be lazy and irresponsible, right? Let me guess. Something like you got tired of being a loyal and hardworking employee for a company that didn't appreciate you.
Well, yeah, something like that. I started to think about my future, and I realized maybe there's no point for me to work like this for a company I'm not passionate about.
You're talking nonsense. Come on, Joanna. You are my only hope. You are the oldest child. Don't tell me you're going to join the ranks of the jobless.
Join the ranks? And what do you mean by I'm your only hope?
I've completely given up on your sister.
What? Why? What's wrong with Erica? I thought she landed a job working near home right after she graduated. Did she already quit after only a year?
She actually never worked a single day.
What are you saying?
It's kind of a hilarious story. On her first day, she didn't show up at work.
How is that a hilarious story?
I guess you had to be there. Anyway, she hasn't worked a single day since she graduated high school.
What? Wait a minute. You told me that she found a job and that she was working. Didn't you? When I came home for the holidays, Erica was whining about her job to me. Was that all a lie?
Well, I guess you could say that. I tried to tell you, but I just never seemed to find the right moment.
What do you mean you couldn't find the right moment? Any moment would have been fine. Then what the hell is she doing now? Is she still babysitting at least?
I just told you. She hasn't worked a day since she graduated high school.
She hasn't done anything? Not even babysitting?
Not even babysitting. She's at home all the time, not doing anything.
She's been unemployed all this time?
That's right. That's why you are our only hope. So you can't be unemployed. Someone needs to make money or we can't pay the bills.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let me get all this straight. So, Mom, initially, I was sending you $500 a month, right?
Yeah. There was a time when you were sending me $500. That was right after you first got hired. I remember the first check you sent. I was so proud of you.
Okay, so you told me that you injured your knee and you said that the medical bills were sky high. So a year ago, I doubled the amount I was sending to $3,000 a month, right? To help with the injury and the fact that you couldn't work anymore.
Yep, you're right. I was shocked when you actually said yes. I was so proud again when you agreed without any hesitation and started sending me money. I was over the moon.
Of course I was concerned about you. You're my mom. But it just seems strange that Erica was not working and your injury happened around the same time. Are you telling me that that was just a coincidence?
Actually, that was a coincidence.
You're kidding me. I can't believe it. So you totally lied to me and made me send you $3,000? Do you have any idea what I had to do? How much I have to give up to send you that $3,000?
I'm really sorry, Joanna. There was so much going on.
Like what? Mom? It sounds to me like Erica was unemployed by choice, and you weren't even injured, and you were able to get by just fine. And you were spending that $3,000 a month to pamper Erica.
No, that's not right. The part where I had to stop working was true.
Okay. Why? Because of your knee injury?
No. The knee injury was a lie.
No surprise there. So, why weren't you working?
I was watching your sister just not do anything. And I started to feel stupid working, even if it was just part time. So I wanted to do what she was doing, nothing. I quit my job just like she did. It was my first time doing anything like that. I was so terrified.
Are you serious? Like mother, like daughter. What the hell are you two thinking?
So the $3,000 you were sending was supporting the two of us. I wasn't just spending it on Erica. So don't worry.
Don't worry. I'm furious. Do you even know what you're doing? How could you just give up and depend on me to take care of everything for you? Aren't you ashamed of what you're doing?
Yeah, but if you can live without working, then what's the point of working? You shouldn't force yourself to work.
But is it okay to make me work and sacrifice my life for your stupidity? Well, Mom, your free ride is now over because I also quit my job. So I'm not sending money to you from this month.
That's a really big problem for me. Did you really quit your job, Joanna? Maybe you can still take back your resignation letter.
And why the heck would I ever do that? To help you? You need to make money for yourself from now on.
Hey, sis, are you still holding a grudge against me? I wanted to apologize for lying to you. So please don't quit your job.
Oh, so now you want to apologize. But only because you want something from me. You're so selfish. Why don't you go get a job and make your own money?
No way. I hate working.
You hate working? Then how are you going to live? I'm not sending you any money from now on. How are you going to afford your bills?
That's why I'm going to get married.
What? Are you out of your mind? Get married?
I'm not stupid. I know I can't be unemployed forever. I knew you were going to discover what we were doing sooner or later. So I was meeting people who were interested in a serious relationship.
You're not making any sense. You hate working, so you want to get married? Do you want to be a stay-at-home wife?
Yep, absolutely.
You realize that being a stay-at-home wife isn't easy either? It's not like you can sit around doing nothing like you've been.
Of course, I know that. That's why I'm going to be a housewife who doesn't have to do any chores.
What?
Because I have my youth. So I've been searching for a husband all this time instead of working. And guess what? I found the perfect guy.
Wait, hold on. You found someone. So you're seriously getting married?
Yep, and he makes a ton of money. He already told me that I don't need to do anything around the house. It was so easy because I wrote on my profile that I was sick.
I am speechless right now. You even lied on your profile to find a man?
Well, you know what they say? The ends justify the means.
Only villains say that.
We've been dating for a while, and we were already talking about getting married. Oh my god, I can't tell him that my sister is unemployed. That's not funny at all.
I don't see what I have to do with anything.
What are you going to do if he doesn't marry me because he thinks my sister's a loser with no job? This is why you need to find another job. I can't have a loser for a sister and an unemployed loser. That's super humiliating.
Wow. You're beyond self-centered and selfish. I really don't care about you or Mom. Go ahead and get married.
Hi, Joanna. It's been a month since we last messaged. How are you? Did you get your job back? Or are you still wasting your life away?
There's no way I was going back to my old job. I quit, and I'm currently taking time off from working. I need a break from the stress and the pressure.
Are you serious? You're really unemployed now? You just threw away your career and your future? How could you be so irresponsible and foolish?
For now, there's nothing wrong with that. Look who's talking. You and Erica were unemployed for God knows how long. You never had a stable job or a decent income.
Let's not talk about us. It's really bad timing. You're unemployed. I don't think I have a choice but to keep our distance. You're a disgrace to our family and our reputation.
What do you mean by that?
Erica's getting married. We were able to say that she couldn't work because she was ill. But there's no reason for you to be unemployed. It's really embarrassing and also a bad look that someone in our family is unemployed. So you need to keep your distance from us. We don't want you to ruin our image or our relationship with Erica's family.
Oh, come on. Look who's talking. You are unemployed forever. You never worked a day in your life. You just lived off our dad's money and then our mom's money.
I was taking care of your sister while she was ill. Her fiance was really impressed with how much I loved her to quit my job and to take care of her. So everything is fine. What an idiot, by the way. But he runs his own business, even if it's just a small one. He makes a lot of income. So we don't need you to support us anymore. We're set for life. Thanks to him.
You two are like parasites. So I'm not needed anymore because I'm not employed?
Well, you know what they say. Love lasts as long as money endures. Your sister seriously hit the jackpot with this one. So you're not a good look for us. We need to keep our distance from anything that makes our family look bad from today.
Okay. Noted. I'm just in transition until my new job starts. But okay. I'll keep my distance from you.
What's that now? You already found another job?
Yeah, but it doesn't start for another 6 months. That's why I'm unemployed. At least for now.
I had no idea. I thought you were just lazy and unemployed.
Well, yeah, it's temporary, but I am still unemployed, so I don't mind keeping my distance. And of course, I won't go to Erica's wedding either. I don't want to be around people who look down on me or treat me like dirt.
Come on. Does this new job have a better salary? You need to tell me how much you're making at your new job. Maybe you're not as hopeless as I thought.
It's half of what I used to make, but I don't care about that. Money is not everything to me.
What did you say again? You're going to a job that pays you half of what you used to make? Are you out of your mind?
But it's an industry that I'm super interested in and something I wanted to do. So I'm pivoting my career. I have no experience or portfolio, so my salary had to go down. I had no choice. But I'm willing to take the risk and the challenge. I want to do something that I love and that makes me happy.
And you're going to a company that's only paying you half of what you used to make? I had no idea that my daughter was this dumb.
It's more important for me to do what I love than to make a ton of money. I don't need your approval or your advice. I know what I'm doing.
Well, then, okay. But keep your distance. Like I said, I thought if your salary was increasing, then we could rethink the situation. But with your salary being half of what it used to be, you're no daughter of mine. You're a failure and a disappointment.
All right then. If you don't need me anymore, I'll see you later, Mom. I'll keep my distance, and please do me a favor and don't ever call me again. You're a terrible mother and a horrible person.
Who said they were going to call? Just be on your way and don't ever show your face around here again. You're dead to me and to our family. Good riddance.
Joanna, what's going on? I saw you coming out of a super expensive condo the other day, the kind that only millionaires can afford. What are you doing there? How can you afford it?
Ah, wow. Long time no see. I thought you were too busy with your new husband to care about me. What brings you here?
Whatever. Answer me. What's going on? I saw you coming out of a super high-end condo the other day. Mom said your salary got cut in half. She said you were barely making enough to survive. So why were you coming out of an ultra-luxury condo?
Because I changed jobs, and my salary shot up to like $200,000 a year. Initially, my salary was cut in half, but I switched jobs again. That's where I'm working now. And my salary is much better now, if I do say so. I'm not a thief. I'm a successful professional who worked hard and earned her place.
Wait, what happened? Why are you making so much now? You just changed workplaces, right? How did you manage to get such a high-paying job? Did you sleep with your boss? Or did you blackmail someone?
My first job after I quit was calculated in anticipation of another future job. I had a plan and a vision. I knew what I wanted and how to get it.
What?
Even if my salary decreased by half, I wanted to gain experience and build my reputation. And then I wanted to find another job again with the new skills and reputation I gained. It all went as planned because now I can afford the lifestyle and live where I want to live. I'm living my dream, Erica. Something you wouldn't understand.
It doesn't make sense to me, but it's super unfair that you get to live in a super nice condo. If you have tons of money, you should have told me. You should have helped me out. You're my sister after all.
I have no responsibility to tell you anything. Besides, you guys told me to keep my distance. You said I was a disgrace and a disappointment. Plus, you're a happily married gold digger. You married a rich guy who supports you. So why are you making it such a big issue?
Are you kidding me? A happily married gold digger. If I was, I wouldn't have contacted you. I wouldn't have cared about you. I wouldn't have tried to reconnect with you. But I did, Joanna. Because I still love you. Because you're still my sister.
Oh boy. Here we go. The guilt trip. Save it, Erica. I'm not buying it. You don't love me. And you never did. You only love yourself and money, of course.
After I got married, he found out that I lied about being sick. He wanted to understand what was going on with me, so he wanted to take me to the hospital to get checked out, and he found out that I was super healthy with no issues.
What? You lied about being sick? You pretended to be ill to get his sympathy and his money? That's hilarious. How did you think he wouldn't find out?
I couldn't lie anymore because the test results were the test results. They showed that I was perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with me. So he said he wanted me to at least help around the house. He said he wanted me to be a good wife and a good partner. But I can't do anything around the house because I have no idea how. I never learned how to cook or clean or do laundry or anything.
That doesn't make sense. You were home all the time before. You should at least know how to help around the house.
I ate takeout every day when I wasn't working. I hated cleaning the shower, so I went to the community center around the corner once a week and used their facilities. I showered there, I used their shampoo, their soap, their towels. I never cleaned anything in my life.
Once a week? You only showered once a week? That's disgusting. How did you not get sick?
Mom did the laundry and the rest of the cleaning, so I really can't do anything on my own. I washed the veggies with soap and he got super pissed off. He said I was ruining the food and wasting the money. I wanted to make a healthy dinner and try to make a stew with green juice, and he got angry. He said I was making a mess and poisoning him.
You're joking. You really can't do anything, can you? You washed the veggies with soap? You made a stew with green juice? What were you thinking? How did you come up with that?
Yeah, so he got angry and told me that if I can't do anything at home, then go find a job and that I shouldn't have a problem because there's nothing wrong with me. So I did what he said, but for some reason I got fired on the first day. Now I Uber and deliver food to people. I drive around the city and drop off orders, and I hate it.
A job that only requires you to have a pulse and a driver's license. He found the perfect job for you. Wait, can you even follow a GPS?
Shut up! I got married because I didn't want to work. I wanted to be taken care of. I was so much happier when I was being supported by you.
Yeah, no way. Wake up. Having a job and doing things is much more normal. It's much more fulfilling. You can't just live off of other people. You have to work for yourself.
I want to get divorced. I want to live with you in your condo. Will you take care of me, Joanna?
Whatever happened to keeping our distance? You don't get to change your mind now. You made your choice, and now lie in it. Leave me alone.
So I heard from Erica. She said you're earning $200,000 a year. Unbelievable! How did you turn your life around so quickly? When are you going to start sending me money again? I'm still your mother, you know. You still owe me a lot.
What the hell? You guys are coming out of the woodwork today. First Erica, now you?
Erica's married and left the house, so I don't need her portion. Just half. I'm okay with $1,500 a month. That's not too much to ask, right? Can you start sending me the money again? You used to do that before.
What are you talking about? You really think I'm going to give you any money? After everything you've done to me? You must be delusional.
At times like these, I'm so glad I had daughters. Erica's husband is so stingy. He never sends me anything, not even once. He says he will never give me any money unless I show him my budget and explain why I need it. He's such a jerk.
He sounds like a super smart and reasonable guy. I mean, he could have totally just divorced Erica, but he's not. He's still with her, despite her lies and her laziness. And he's doing her a favor by teaching both her and you how not to be leeches. How not to live off other people. She really lucked out and found a keeper who sees through your bullshit.
What are you talking about? A super stingy guy like that is a total loser. He's not a keeper. I let him marry Erica and he didn't even thank me once. He didn't even appreciate me. He could have given me something expensive as a thank you. I asked him for a measly $100K and he said no. Can you believe it? He said no to me.
I'm in shock he even went through with the wedding, to be perfectly honest. You asked him for $100,000? As a thank you? That's not a thank you. That's a ransom.
Because of that, my life has been tough. But who would have thought you would come back into our lives making $200K a year? Who would have thought you would be so successful and wealthy? Joanna, you've always been the responsible one I could rely on. So when can you start sending me money again? When can you start being my daughter again?
I am sorry. Your daughter? Who are you talking about?
You? Of course. What do you mean? Who else would I be talking about? You're my daughter.
I should remind you, but you asked me several times to keep my distance. You told me to stay away from you. And you said we aren't even family anymore. Can you please stop contacting me? As if we have some sort of relationship? As if we had some sort of bond?
What are you talking about? Of course we are family. No need to keep your distance anymore. I decided to let you off the hook.
Yeah. No, thanks. I don't need any of that. You can keep it all.
What?
Who in their right man would ever want to be a family with you guys? Not me. I have no mother or sister. And I'm happy with that. I'm happier than ever.
Joanna, that's enough. You're not being serious, are you? How can you just leave your mother like that?
Actually, let me remind you that you were the ones who said we weren't family anymore. You were the one who abandoned me. So don't ever try contacting me again. Bye. That was the last straw for me. I cut off all contact with them, blocking their numbers and changing mine. I severed the ties that bound me to my mother and my sister. And I have never looked back. As for my sister Erica, the greedy and selfish woman who betrayed me, she soon realized that her marriage was not the fairy tale she had hoped for. Instead of living in luxury and comfort, she was stuck in a miserable and stingy existence that she despised. Her husband was a controlling and suspicious man who kept a close eye on her every move and tried to make her obey his every whim. But he was unaware of the dark secret that my sister was hiding from him. She had a huge debt that she had accumulated from her lavish spending and gambling habits. And that was the only reason she stayed with him. I wonder if she ever regretted her choices and decided to change her ways. My mother, however, was not fooled by her lies. She knew about her debt and used it to extort money from her, threatening to expose her to her husband if she did not comply. She was a ruthless and cunning woman who would stop at nothing to get what she wanted. I suppose that's why they say that today's friends are tomorrow's enemies.